Hey, what's up guys? Yuuma here again with another Moonlight Blade mobile video. Today we'll be covering everything about Prowess and Power. This is a complete overview guide, as I feel like this is the most requested video for me to cover. Either because they just don't know how to get more prowess, or you've reached a bottleneck and you're not sure what else to do. So hopefully this helps for new players and day one players alike. The first thing I want to cover is the difference between power and prowess. Luckily, there is a question mark here, and it shows that power evaluates the value of PvE power, player versus enemies. So dungeons, aka tails, or your Skystar challenge. So the higher the power, the stronger the ability to fight against monsters. Whereas prowess is player versus player. So you would expect this in the 1v1, 5v5, as well as guild wars. Now, quick disclaimer, something that I learned recently is that for arena, 1v1 and 5v5s are not balanced. It's not free to play friendly, I said it was. In previous videos I did say, oh, it's balanced, you don't have to worry about that. I was wrong. So let's, for example, say I'm at 44.7k prowess. If I fought anyone in the top 10 who's above 50k prowess, I would most likely lose. There is a chance that you could win if the player was really bad at playing their class. But in most cases, if I fought any of these guys, one combo and I'm pretty much dead. They will do more damage than I would to them. So it would probably take me like maybe 5 combo strings to kill them, whereas it would only take them 1. So do take note that 1v1 and 5v5s are not fully balanced. It probably maybe equalized to some degree, but it is still wills will prevail, unfortunately. But that's just a little side tangent, just because I learned that like a week ago when I was grinding 1v1s. So yeah. Onwards, we'll talk about how to get prowess. Alright, so right next to your health bar, there's a growth button. If you click that, it'll give you a list of all the ways you can gain prowess. I'll cover each one, top to bottom. First thing we're going to talk about to gain prowess is your equipment. If you go to obtain resources, it shows you how to get your equipment. You can get it from Tales or World Quest. Mainly, it's going to be Tales. Your ordinary dungeons are going to be dropping you purple gear, as well as the purple statues, which you can upgrade to gain prowess as well in your Homeland. But we're going to just talk about the equipments right now. So you can get purple gear from ordinary dungeons, as well as purple accessories from the random dungeon. But the main thing you're going to be needing to upgrade your gear is the weekly Tails challenge. You can get a full run of each difficulty on Monday and another full run on Friday. So basically Monday and Fridays you're going to be able to run for rewards. So I've already done it for today, which is Tuesday, so I won't be able to get more rewards again until Friday. So basically, again, twice every week. It's just once on Monday, once on Friday is when the rewards refresh. But you get these manufacturing materials, which you can then use to craft the yellow gear. So if you go to menu, craft, you can craft your yellow gear here. What that does is increase your refinement level from the capacity of plus 20, which is max right now for me, to plus 40. Here, it shows you it's maxed out. So eventually we'll get these plus 20 to yellow gear as well. I think tomorrow actually, because we are going to unlock level 61 in 15 hours. What that does is unlock the new ordinary dungeon, where we get the new crafting material, which we can then use to craft the yellow rarity version of the accessories. And then we can plus 40 these as well. Speaking of refinement, that is the second topic. So refinement is fairly straightforward. You're going to be using these materials here. level 1 Frost Iron and level 1 Gold Wire. Can refine from level 1 to 20. Once you're at 21 to 40, you're going to need level 2 Gold Wire and level 2 Frost Iron. The iron is for weapons, wire is for armor. I think the iron is also used for your accessories, so keep that in mind. Once it's up to 40, you're going to probably need level 3 stuff, which hasn't been dropped yet or unlocked yet for us. Probably in the new tales, maybe. But something to keep note of. So, aside from refinement, there are other ways you can increase your gear prowess, and that is through elevate and cleanse. Now, elevate is kind of your last priority. So once you have everything fully refined through this function, you will then want to elevate it with your remaining refined materials. Basically, you're not going to have any use for level 2 refined materials anymore because everything will be maxed. So you can then use any excess materials to elevate your equipment. Aside from that, we're going to go on to cleanse. Now, a lot of people might just be cleansing for just to fill in the stat or the slot with just anything, but make sure to try to get stuff that is related to your class. So if you're beggar, swordsman, or guardian, try to go for more strength and crit and attack. Stamina and dex is universal, whereas for flutists, fairies, and enchanters, you're going to want attack, echo, and intelligence. I believe enchanters actually crit, so I do apologize. Just make sure you check your main school main attribute. But very important, you're gonna want to farm avatar marks. I'll explain how, so that way you can continue to cleanse these. People are asking, like, how do you get more prowess? You're going to have to keep re-rolling and tempering. Every time you temper, it'll give you a chance to get a higher rarity. So as you can see, these are level 13, level 12 cleanses. I do need to level up these ones here. I'm gonna try save. No, I don't actually have to save because I won't unlock more slots till 65. So for example, these are at level 10. You're gonna have to keep rolling to get these higher. So now I went from level 10 and it gave me level 13 options here. So of course you want to always go for the highest prowess. I'm gonna go for double resistance, and we do this all the time. So avatar, you're always gonna want more and more avatar marks. See, I rolled, I tempered, I didn't get shit. It tells you your temper progress as basically it's like a pity system, so that way you'll eventually have a higher level cleanse. So here I don't need intelligence. Stamina probably better, I'll go for that. And you just keep doing this with your avatar marks. Of course, the higher the level, the higher the requirement of avatar marks you're going to need. In situations like this where you see, oh shoot, my only highest option is intelligence and I am a strength based class, I still recommend going for this because you're still going to get more prowess. It does increase your attack, it's just not optimal, but at least it increases your prowess bonus and you'll be at level 14. So the next time you're rolling, you're going to be rolling for 15, which always has a pity system. So it's always good to still get even the non-optimal stats, if that makes sense. That way you can always keep going. It's like an uphill growth kind of format. So that's cleanse. So you're going to always need avatar marks. So always go to ways to obtain. You can get them through bounty, treasure digging. So bounty would be constable, treasure digging would be ranger, as well as the other bounty, which is from bounty hunter. So doing your career mini games basically helps you get avatar marks. Of course, you always want to buy it with bound vouchers if you can afford to. But this is more of a whale option. Highly don't recommend unless you have the ability to do so. You can always buy the ones through here. I definitely recommend buying anything that you see here that is sold out is what you should probably be buying with your currency. So this currency you get through tails. Completing tails, you get the Chief Star token. Completing guild related features, you get the High He token. Always buy these. These are the most necessary, I would say. And battle token is for PvP. And we'll cover Warforge in a minute. But yeah, that's basically the gear aspect of everything, as well as traits. We covered traits as well. So then Epitaph, I have a complete guide on how to do your epitaphs. I highly recommend you guys checking out the Epitaph guide, but there is still stuff I want to cover about it. So I will do that. Some stuff I might have missed from the video guide, I will cover in this video. But if you go to Enhance and go to Epitaph, you're going to see again your various slots, but as well as slots, you're going to see that some equipment require attack, offensive epitaphs, and some require defensive epitaphs. So usually if you're going defense, you're going to want earth related epitaphs, and if you're going offense, you're going to want sky related epitaphs. This is just to get the most optimal bonuses, because there are stat bonuses. Like this epitaph gives you attack percent increase of 33% and a strength and int increase of 53%. So you can see that I'm utilizing the stat buffs. Same with earth. You're getting stat buffs from that. One thing I didn't note in my epitaph overview guide is that your set bonus has levels as well. So you want to make sure that all your epitaphs are at max level. If you have like one epitaph that's level 1 and the rest level 5, you're only going to get a level 1 bonus. That's all based on what is the lowest epitaph level within the ones that are equipped. So you can see this is a level 4 epitaph because I have a level 4 one equipped here, even though I have other ones that are level 5. Same here, level 2, because I have level 5s here, but a level 2, so I'm only going to get a level 2 set bonus. Now, how set bonuses work, you want to click this magnifying glass here, and it shows you the various benefits based on what color epitaph you equip. So obviously, the higher the rarity, the better the stats. So you want 3 yellows, 1 purple, or 2 purple, 2 yellows. It'll give you different buffs, different stat buffs. Very important. Make sure you're mixing and matching. Most free to play will probably be 1 purple, 3 yellows, or 2 purple, 2 yellows, etc. But that's pretty much what sums it up. You can get some of the epitaphs for epitaph smelting, so don't forget to do that. You click this. You always want to dismantle your blues. Never worth using your blues. You should always just be doing purples and yellows. So you can refine these, or sorry, not refine, smelt these. Perfect. And then you can go to the epitaph shop and use the currency to buy the yellow high heaven sky or the yellow earth. I highly recommend going these two over chaos. Chaos is okay as well. It's kind of a hybrid, which is really good. This is where you can get your resistances as well as your echo or crit. These are really good, but I feel like there's more value in terms of or stat values if you go for the yellow ones first. But definitely if you need to fill in slots and you don't have any other way to get yellows or whatnot, this is a very cheap and affordable way to, I guess, fill in the slot. You get a free purple, and it's hybrid, so you can go in both sky and both earth, but it's always going to be offensive stats or defensive stats. But yeah, definitely check out the Epitaph guide or not, whatever. If you require extra help, it goes into more detail in that video. So we cover epitaphs. Now we're going to talk about partners. So partners are NPCs that help you in solo content, the Phantom, and the Challenge of Heaven Estate. So we're going to be covering that. This is kind of the gacha system. If you go to recruit, you can use your bound vouchers or paid vouchers to recruit and roll for partners. And of course, you want more duplicates. Duplicates give you higher prowess, which you can see in the advanced section. So if you roll for this old man Bai Shang multiple times, you can get more and more prowess. So ideally, personally, I feel like you should just always go for duplicates. I know people are like, but which one's better? Whatever you have more of is always going to be better in terms of prowess. Like, no matter what, you're going to be able to complete the content of your Challenge of Heaven Estate and your Phantom eventually. Like, even with non-optimal units, you'll still be able to complete it at some point, you know. So you always just want to go for duplicates just to get it fully upgraded. And don't go too ham. Even if you're a whale, I highly recommend not investing all your vouchers and pulling for these. It's honestly a waste of your vouchers, because later on, I don't know how long, it's still going to be probably months from now, we're going to have red rarity partners. So these will eventually phase out over time. But of course, right now, we only have yellow rarity, so we should be only focusing on the present. So again, you want your main lineup to always have the ones that have the highest prowess. Do note that you can only have 2 of each role. So even if I have 3 high attack prowess units, you can only put 2 in the main lineup. So I got 1 tank, 2 attack, 1 heart, but they're basic, 1 support, but they're based on the dupes. You can see the dupe quality. I have 3 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars for each of them. And then support, again, just get the highest prowess. Put in whatever here shows you the highest prowess. Best indicator, it'll show you if it's let's say if I do this, it'll give you a green. Say green means better, so always put in that. So you can see here it says red. I'm getting less than I should, so always put whatever is highest in. And when you're recruiting, when you recruit, you always get some currency, these roster of hero currencies. So people are asking, what should I get from here? Now, if you're starting early on and you don't have any dupes or anything that's already invested in, you're going to want to understand which one should I get. QU is always a really good support. Li Tang is a tank. So if you're lacking a tank, always worth getting. Tang Feng is a range DPS, and Yeezy is a melee DPS. You can also check partner here, and you scroll down. If you don't have them, you can already check their skills in this section as well. And then you can kind of make your own evaluation of what is good for you. So honestly, for me, I went for Tang Feng. I redeemed all my all my roster of hero currency to get more Tang Feng dupes because I already had them. So it just made more sense to keep investing in it just to get the prowess bonuses. And I also already had a good tank. No reason for me to get lead tank. I already had a good amount of old man, so there was no reason for me to get QE. So just get what you really need. If you already have a support, don't need to get the other support. Vice versa, stuff like that. So fairly simple. Eventually, once you max out your partners, you'll get another currency, the hero store here, and then you can use your dupe currency to buy more hero books and hero advance pills, etc. So that's pretty much it for partners. One last thing I didn't cover, if you go back to partners, you can get prowess for just obtaining the heroes. So I just recently got Peacock, and that gave me, I think, 58 prowess or 38 prowess. So do keep in mind that you at least want to get one copy of everything, so you at least get that prowess boost for just collecting them. And moving on, we have Meridians. So for Meridians, this is where the to upgrade this, you need the crude jades, or the crude stones, I should say. So what I was telling you to buy earlier in market, these dark sky crudes, that's what it's giving you for your meridians. Now meridians, you always want to upgrade all your what are these called, power stones, cornerstones. Right now I'm saving it. As you can see, I can already max these to level 7, but we are reaching level 61 tomorrow, so there's going to be another set of another wheel, I guess you could say, to level up and complete. So that's why I'm saving mine right now, just because I know that we're going to need to level up a new set of wheels, as well as a whole new set of power cobblestones and stuff like that. But ideally, you of course want stuff that are related to your class. For me, I should be going strength, crit, dex, stam, but in the most case, no need to min-max this. Just go and equip all the yellows. So you can get some free yellows through the market. You can see through PvP, you can get the Mighty Power Cobblestone, as well as through Tails, you can get the Triforce Gravel. Very important. If you're lacking yellows, that's the way you can get some more yellow power cobblestones, and then you can just equip it and upgrade it. Nice and easy, nice and simple. So that's pretty much it for Meridians. Mastery, very important for masteries. You get universal pages for mastery. The exquisite mastery page, as well as the, do I have any? As well as the superior mind scraps. These universal pages can help you obtain mastery pages that you don't already have. For example, I don't have the flame blade, but I can buy it if I had enough universal exquisite pages. Same for the blue ones. If I don't have the endless sky, I can use my universal pages to make the difference and unlock the endless sky. So be very careful with how you use your universal pages. You can use them to obtain new masteries that pertain to you, as well as upgrade and max masteries that you already have, such as Root of Kung Fu, which I didn't really pay attention to early on, so I kind of just maxed this out by accident. Whereas I kind of wanted to max out my Snow Curtain, which is a more team-oriented mastery. Speaking of the Snow Veil, to debunk any issues or evaluations of this, it says that you can reduce the damage taken by the whole team by whatever percent and restore HP over time. You do not restore HP over time. What we've confirmed at least I got this from my friend Troll, is that it splits the damage between the entire team. So you're just reducing the damage and kind of divvying it up. But Snowveil is really, really good. You're going to need this for PvP and for Skystar. So really good. But yeah, something to take note is just make sure you have this check mark when you want to use the universal pages, and make sure it's unchecked if you don't want to. Very important, very necessary. A lot of people skip on that. One thing to also know, when you upgrade, you'll get these different stat boosts, but as well as this overall stat boost up here. But keep in mind that each mastery has its own actual benefit. So most people aren't paying attention and they're just upgrading the wheel, and they think this is the main benefit, the collection attribute. Collection just means once you unlock it, this is what you're obtaining. Leveling it up is actually the wheel. This is what you're getting from upgrading. But make sure you're clicking the picture, man. Click the picture and it'll tell you what it actually does. So the mastery for Bodhi reduces damage taken when HP is below 50%, reduce damage taken by 3%, etc. Same for, let's say, 9-headed monster. Here it says after causing damage, add a total of 14.1k key. This is, and blood recovery status to yourself. This is a heal over time kind of skill. So depending on your mastery, it'll change your gameplay or playstyle. Like Flag Parade, speed up the ultimate value recovery when attacking or being attacked by other players, increase the damage of ultimate by 20%. So as you can see, each mastery has its benefits, and it will help kind of evolve your playstyle of what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be a tank, if you're trying to be a power DPS, a team player. So just keep that in mind. Also, air cultivation. When you have duplicate pages, your masteries are all maxed out. You can use the duplicate pages and feed it into your air cultivation and level up to get more stats. Same for the purple one. If you have more of the max mastery pages that you've already used and you can't use anymore, you can feed it in and get some bonus stats. But yeah, that's pretty much mastery. Short and simple. What else we have to cover? Next would be titles. So for titles, the majority of titles don't have stats. As you look here. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I think we're talking about Alias. The Aliases mainly don't have stats. The only ones that do have stats are the career-based ones. So when you level up your career, if you look here at the very top, it'll tell you the various titles you can unlock based on that career. And those are the ones that have stats. Lastly, we're going to be covering guild upgrade. Guild upgrade, you go to menu, martial arts, and then you can find it down here at the very bottom. Now, obviously, this won't be accessible unless you're in a guild. So you can see that guilds are beneficial and you should join one. You'll get guild merits for doing certain activities, ways to obtain, guild check-in, guild revelry, which is a idle banquet event. You can buy it for the high heat token shop. Guild deputation, which is a event that happens on Mondays and Thursdays. The wishing tree, which happens on the weekends. You can go in the store weekly specials, as well as holding a banquet, which is what chefs can do at endgame pretty much. I apologize, by the way, my voice sounds like shit right now because I was recording this and then I got sick, so I couldn't finish it. This is the day after, so my voice hasn't fully recovered. But yeah, very important. You definitely want to prioritize the main stats here, the strength, stam, int, and dex, and then go down the line, do the blues, and then after the blues, then you do the yellows. The yellows are the most expensive, so they're low priority, but they definitely help you a lot. So definitely make sure you're always getting your guild merits and attending guild events. But yeah, oh, and one more thing about guild skills is that click the question mark here. If you do end up leaving a guild for whatever reason, you keep your stats as they are, but you can no longer level them up until you join another guild. Something worth noting. Another thing that wasn't covered in the growth section is your Warforges. So if you go to Market Battle Token Shop, you have Warforge 1 you can get for all 12 of your equipment. It's just bonus stats that you can attach onto your gear. For example, Warforge here, level 1 Conjunction. Now if you want higher level Warforge, the game doesn't do a good job of telling you, but you actually have to get it from doing Skystar token. So it drops from mobs. So this is very important. Do not neglect your Skystar token. I have been neglecting it myself, but I will do a guide on Skystar as well, so we can all get caught up on that. But yeah, you can get, I think, up to level 5 Warforges, which is, I think, floor 8 to 10. So something to keep note of. This is more of a end game prowess boost. One thing that the growth section doesn't cover is your Homeland. So another way to get prowess is through Homeland. You can get it through the book collection, which I've covered before. You can gather books from the Prestige shop and the Mentor shop. So it's very important. You get stats for just obtaining it, and then you get stats for fully reading it, reaching chapter 4. So definitely really nice to get these books and reading them. It takes a very long time to read them. I think, yeah, I'm just taking 7 hours to finish this one here. And then statues, what you get from Tales, you can upgrade them here, and they'll give you core stats as well. But that's pretty much it. That sums up prowess. There's not many other ways, I think. I think I've covered them all. But tips for what you should be doing. Again, check the market, and make sure you're always buying these. You're always gonna need guild merit marks and avatar marks. You never not need them, as well as Dark Sky Crude, as well as these Epitaph gift boxes. And of course, you want the universal mastery pages, just because they help you get masteries that you don't have, or to level them up much quicker. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. For whales, if you're a whale, it's very important to get these boxes here. This is like straight up almost 100, I think. Let me see, 50 per week. So this actually ends this week at the time of this recording, but I'm sure they're gonna have other boxes, because as you can see, this box gives you 250k silver, more refined materials, level 4 refined materials, avatar marks, and guild merit marks. Everything you need for prowess increasing, as well as the ability to get these drops as well. Some cosmetic drops, some Epitaph Destiny keys, which will unlock more Epitaph boxes, and these crest boxes as well. So, oh, and of course the universal mastery page. Very, very nice. This is just like a huge prowess increase. It's been going for 2 weeks. We got 5 days left on this. So if you are well, highly recommend getting it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have more boxes like this in the future, so don't worry too much about it. My only concern is if they keep sending out boxes like this, I feel like the discrepancy between free-to-play and whales will just get bigger and bigger, and then that will go to show how pay-to-win the game can be. And I've been praising this game for being very non-pay-to-win. Like, it's very free-to-play friendly, but if they keep giving out these boxes, I don't know how long that's gonna last. I'm sure you can still enjoy the game regardless, but definitely gonna be less fun if you're 50k prowess and your enemy is like 75k prowess, you know. So we shall see how things go, but very important for whales if you do want to get your prowess up to get these boxes, as well as for Epitaph. You always want to buy these keys, whether you're free to play. It's always good to get the 5 weekly. If you're a whale, get the 20 weekly, 15 and 5. As for what whale should buy, if you are, let's say, strength and crit based, these Dark Universe are really nice. And then also the opposite, Milky Way for intelligence based, as well as the Grand Palace. So you're always going to do either Dark Universe and Grand Palace if you are strength based, and if you're an int base, it'd be Milky Way and Grand Palace. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully that helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.